Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Too Many Games 2014. Is everyone ready to go? Woo! Fuck! We're almost there. On our way. We're here! Okay, so we're doing things a bit differently this year. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you know that I previously visited Too Many Games in previous years, I would just give you guys a roundabout what inside the convention looks like, what everyone has to offer, all that shit. And we're still going to do that, but we're going to give you like a pretty abridged version because, you know, I don't want every Too Many Games video to be exactly the same. So me and Elliot are going to pretty much give you a really quick abridged recap of our 3-day event that we shared with alongside Matt, Jacob, Russ, and of course my uncle. We'll intersplice live footage of everything I've got there, and we hope you guys enjoy. Actually, I didn't get a lot of live footage at all for day one because I was so, you know, as soon as we got through the doors, I was already met with a fan, and it just sort of snowballed from there. Friday is usually the day that I do most of my shopping for vendors. If I'm going to a 3-day event anyway, because at that, you know, everyone's all fresh and ready to go. They got those deals set up. They got those good prices before you know it, when Saturday rolls along, those deals are gone. You took too long, and Sunday, you good luck if you can find anything good at all, except for those really expensive, rare games that nobody wants to buy because they're too damn expensive. Most of my Friday was actually just walking around the vendors, meeting a bunch of fans on that day, and, you know, getting what I wanted to get for, you know, swag and shit like that. But Elliot, yourself.
On that Friday, really, I was just like looking around, seeing if I could find anything that was on my wish list.
Yeah.
And if I see it, then I get it.
Yeah.
So like, I was able to get Silent Hill 2 on the PS2,
yeah.
And as soon as I walk in, I see Sly 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So as soon as I see those, I'm like, getting them.
It's weird though. I honestly thought you were going to get the HD collection.
I thought it was too, but then like I'm just like saying like screw it, I'll just get them.
Just get the original games.
Yeah.
But you already have. Do you have Sly 4?
Yeah.
On the PS3?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have the original trilogy and the updated game on the... Okay, then I guess it really doesn't matter then. Yeah, not much to talk about in terms of Friday that it doesn't involve the festivities of it because a lot of this shit happened on Saturday. And Saturday, day 2, I guess. Cue the transition. There you go. Holy shit, the DeLorean.
Back.
Marty!
Marty!
It's a full-fledged DeLorean.
I was here last year, or 2 years ago.
Was it?
Yeah, I got a picture. Remember, that's what I got.
Did you? Oh, I thought...
Yeah, 2 years ago. It was parked way out there.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. He can't get into the car, though, because the gullwing doors.
Yeah, the van's blocking his entryway. Now, day 2, I knew right from the get-go was going to be it's going to be a carnival, an absolute carnival. It's like it's going to be packed. There's going to be so much going on at once. And I got to say, though, I guess PAX season is a bit spoiled me, quote unquote, because I was. It's one thing I love about Too Many Games is that even on the busiest day, you still have room to breathe.
Yeah.
You know, unlike I'm telling you, if you ever get the chance to go to something like PAX or in the basement level of MomoCon, Atlanta, Georgia, on a Saturday,
take me with you when you go.
Save for the airfare, and I'll help you out.
All right.
But you know, you go to PAX, and you guys may have seen it already when I did the Brain Scratch video. PAX gets jammed so quickly. There's little to no room to breathe, and too many games because they had to consolidate a few areas. They had to shrink the I think the classic arcade section because there was nowhere near the amount of arcades they had in previous years. But they did that to increase vendor space, and as a result, we had room. We can move all over. We don't have to constantly shift like we're not walking like Egyptians from one vendor to another just because we can't breathe anywhere. But that wasn't the case, thankfully, and we were able to just move around. Oh, look at this! It's the original Punch-Out. I never played this before. Right. My boxing or jazzercising? The first thing that caught my eye, I think it might have been the Friday or Saturday, was the guy in the Mario mascot.
Saturday.
It was a Saturday, the guy in the Mario costume. And, you know, the guy had, like, thousand-eyed stare. I was like, wow, it's like that Mario's been some places. He's seen some shit. And he turned out to be a fan of the channel.
Yeah, surprisingly.
I was like, yeah, he watches Somecallmejohnny. And I was like, great. It's like, But no, we have to do a ring around the Rosie. So thankfully, when he had the downtime, he put the Mario costume back on, and we did ring around the Rosie. Had I known there would be a Luigi, because a Luigi also appeared, I think, on the Sunday. He was running around the area too. If I knew that, I would have did a threesome. No, you know.
Okay.
But I noticed there was this Mario 8-bit Mario thing. Was that part of the extralife.org? I know it's for charity.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, and you get pretty much people that make a donation get these sticky pads to put on side a square panel on the Mario thing, and when it's filled up, donation incentive was met. I don't know what it was for, but seeing the Mario completed by Sunday, it was really heartwarming. A lot of people do care about that sort of thing, and I also signed us up for Extra Life 24-hour marathon charity event. That's going to happen sometime in October. Date pending, because I've got to get back in contact with them to change something. But I plan on doing that because I'm always willing to lend a hand for charity when it comes to video games. Now, Saturday was also the time that we all went to go see more events. I personally, at noon, went to the Sega Bits panel. I think it was really, really, really cool. Although when you're someone like me, the stuff they're telling you, you already know.
Yeah.
But it was good to see a lot of people were like oohs and ahs. Like, yeah, that's a Japanese Dreamcast commercial. It looks like a fucking action film. But that was a great time. I got to meet a lot of people there. Then, sometime in the mid-afternoon to the evening, that's when we started getting concerts. Now, what did you personally go see?
I went to see a band called the Ultra Ball.
Yeah.
And Bit Brigade. Bit Brigade is actually one of my favorites right now.
Bit Brigade, I was caught completely... Well, because I didn't really... when you go into the convention, you get those pamphlets, and you get the idea of programs where what's going to be where, who's going to be what. And Bit Brigade was pretty much... What it is they're a band that play background music for video games. The guy in the center, who runs playing the games, is using a specialized cart. In this case, he was playing The Legend of Zelda 1 on Saturday and Mega Man 2 on Sunday.
Yeah.
The carts are customized so that the background music is removed, so that they can supply the background music with their band, and I gotta say, great time. I absolutely loved the Zelda one. I got a little worried though, because at first I wasn't sure, are they just gonna stick to the NES soundtrack, because that's only like 3 tracks, like the overworld, the dungeon theme, and then but later down the road when you get to Ganon's Tower, that's it.
But then they worked around it.
They worked around it by remixing more of Zelda music. As soon as I heard the Zelda 2 world theme, I was like, okay, they're going to play other Zelda themes. And they played the themes of the Dark World. They played the dungeon music from the Dark World and from Link to the Past. I was like, this is great. This is absolutely... My ears were killing me by the end of it because I was close to the speakers and I had a massive fucking headache that night.
You pansy.
Then there was the after party on that Saturday. I didn't end up staying for the entire thing because at that point I was already pretty much wiped out.
I was the only one that stayed.
Yeah, you stayed for the entire event. It began with a band, and I'm so sorry, dude. I keep forgetting the name of the damn band. But the lead of the watches my channel, so that's why I'm apologizing. They started off with doing a lot of covers of some great '80s hits or
Doug.
Doug. They did fucking
Killer Tofu.
Killer Tofu. The Beats. Yeah, they covered Beats songs from Doug. That was like the last thing I expected to hear, but I sang along because I loved those songs actually when I watched Doug as a kid.
They also did Rival Schools.
Yeah, Rival School. I haven't played that in years. Rival Schools did the Green Ranger theme from Power Rangers. They did
Hulk Hogan.
They did the Hulk Hogan theme, which nobody was getting excited for. So I ended up like going to the center of the stage and I started doing the Hulk Hogan, like Let's Hear Your Roar sort of thing, and nobody did it. It was like, this is too old for me. It's too old for them.
But
they also did some
City Escape.
The highlight was because everyone just started getting up. They sung the City Escape thing, the Escape from the City. And we had like 15 people just jump all around. I got into the center of that too, and I started singing along with them, and we just started. I saw a girl with the camera, running around there. I'm pretty sure that was part of the Too Many Games staff, so she probably has footage of that as well.
Yeah.
So look forward to that. I don't know if Too Many Games has an official YouTube channel or anything like that, but I will stick close to the website because they probably got an official video somewhere along the line. So there's ice cream outside. You want some ice cream?
Yeah.
Let's get some ice cream. Before that, we're not done with the bands yet. But that was only the tip of the iceberg for that party because after that there was like 4 total DJs there.
Yeah.
You remember the names off the top of your head?
There was Pixelator, Kevin Valeco, Benjamin Briggs, and DJ Cutman in that order.
Pixelator, his choice of music was very ambient. It wasn't too loud. It wasn't too upbeat. It didn't have much of a high tempo either.
It almost sounded like trap music a little bit.
What is that? What is that?
It's just like I can't really like pinpoint a definition of it. I really just can't like.
But it's music that you just close your eyes and bop your head to.
Yeah.
That was Pixelator for me in the first place. Now the second guy after that, Kevin.
Yeah.
What was his last name again?
Kevin Vallejo.
Kevin Vallejo was definitely more, a hell of a lot more energetic.
Yeah.
And that personally led to a better experience for me personally. You know, that's just different tastes at that point. He started remixing a lot of things. He has a really has an affinity for Yoshi stuff.
Yeah.
He had a lot of remixed music with a bit of Yoshi sound effects thrown in there. That was really good. And
I was able to catch the Yoshi.
And then he was starting to throw out Yoshi paraphernalia. It started with Yoshi's Island, Super Nintendo cart, then a Yoshi plush, then the actual Yoshi game for the Game Boy.
Yeah.
He threw that out. Elliot caught it. That was a good time. At that point, though, I left because the end of the after party involved James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd. It's 10 years since he started his that persona, and they were going to watch Simon's Quest.
Simon's Quest and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde
in VHS quality because he originally had those in VHS tapes.
It felt so weird.
Now I didn't feel like I was missing much with that because I already met Mr. Rolfe personally, and you know. I'm so happy for him that he was able to go 10 years for this sort of thing, so I didn't feel like I was missing much. But at that point, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to the hotel and crash.
But like before they were showing the reviews, Mike Matei was there.
Yeah.
I forgot this other guy. I forgot his name. And Kyle Justin, the guy who sings his theme song, was there.
Yeah, the acoustic guitar.
He actually played it live.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And then like after we watched the reviews, the match game was playing after the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde review.
The match game?
Yeah.
As in.
It was recorded on top of the match game. and then like once that was finished, he showed us a trailer before it goes online for his movie.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Sunday was the day I decided to take capture the most live footage with the camera. It was also the day that I decided to, because I know Sunday was going to be the least crowded compared to Friday and Saturday. So I decided to go around and get some shots of vendors, people that are just selling swag in particular. And also that's when I also demonstrated a lot of stuff. Like the first thing I batted my eyes to, one of the first things anyway, was Edinburgh University was there for some reason. I wasn't exactly sure why, but they had Oculus Rift on display. Yeah, the Oculus Rift itself. And they had 2 games. I'm not sure if they were handmade by students from the university or whatever, but I finally wanted to try out the Oculus. And I gotta say, if you're gonna use the Oculus Rift, you gotta make sure that bitch is strapped onto your head just right, because if it's too tight, you're gonna get a headache, and that's what happened to me. And your field of vision, the goggles on it have to be aligned perfectly with your retina, because if it's just a centimeter off, your vision goes to shit and you can't see anything. Which is why I look like a damn fool tilting my head around with the live footage I'm showing you now. The Indie Showcase is something I also visited on the Sunday because, you got a bunch of people set up displays. They're trying to get their names out there. A lot of them are already on the Steam Greenlight, where people have to vote and approve of the game being sold on Steam. I think that's how it works. And I played Treasure Adventure World, as this guy will demonstrate for you right now.
Okay, so why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Steven Orlando from Robot Studios. I'm here at Too Many Games showing off Treasure Adventure World. It's basically it's an open world adventure game, platformer. It's like a Mario Zelda and a love child essentially. Yeah. So it's a big open world. You explore it like you would a Zelda game. You collect treasures, defeat monsters, more dungeons. But it has, platforming mechanics, a simple combat system attached to it. It basically involves like exploration, combat, puzzle solving in equal doses.
Okay. Is this something you developed entirely yourself?
Well, I'm the sole designer and coder, and I have an artist and musician help me as well. So yeah, all the art and music and sound is beyond my abilities, but yeah, everything else is mine. So, yeah.
like, yeah, Treasure Adventure World, get it!
And I gotta say, from what I've played, it's still very early in the works. The guy told me that it'll be like another year before the game comes out. I liked what I played so far, so I hope that the finished product is something that a lot of people can enjoy, and you can be sure that I'll be reviewing the game when it comes out, because I actually do want to do like another indie showcase that I did last year. I had a lot of fun doing that, just expanding my horizons to different cultures and different just game play styles out there. So look forward to that in about a year's time.
We also went to the Alpha Omega Sin panel.
Yes, that was on the Sunday, right?
Yeah.
That was on the Sunday. Alpha Omega Sin, gotta say, I watch his stuff. He recognized me, and that makes me happy. It was his first panel, but you wouldn't know that because the energy in that place was just amazing. Everyone had a really good time. They drew a dick on the table.
Someone bought it
for $2. Got it signed and shit like that.
Yeah, the Game Changers were there too with him.
Yeah, the Game Changers, they're all his friends. They're all the best buds. They all helped contribute to the panel. It was a really awesome time, and I gotta tell you, just saying that alone, I really gotta think about doing my own panel. Probably for next year. I'll have to see. I want to do it, but I'm nervous.
There was also the +2 comedy show.
What is that?
Pretty much like when I went there, there were 3 guys cosplaying as Robotnik, a Goomba, and Giovanni from Pokemon. And like people who were there, they would just go up and ask questions to them. So
as if they were asking the questions to those personas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I actually managed to ask Giovanni a question.
What did you ask him?
What he think about the allegations of him being Ash's father, and like he said like he has many kids.
Yeah, I would have dressed up as Maury.
The guy who was Giovanni also came up with a PowerPoint presentation on why he should join Team Rocket.
That's good. Did he mention his son Silver at all?
No. But he got a call from James.
From Team Rocket?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I had a big ass Pikachu plush with me. And then like someone said you shouldn't take that up with you since Giovanni's there.
You did. What compelled you to get that big ass Pikachu thing? You just felt like getting it?
It just looked badass.
It just looked bad. Okay.
Quote unquote.
As badass as a giant yellow rat can look. Okay. Yeah, Sunday, that was pretty much it. We had a great, amazing time with the guys. We played a few games on the hotel room. We just went back and were relaxed. It was a great overall time. And well, let's end things now with the spoils video. All right, so here we are, the night of the final day of the Too Many Games 2014 Expo, and as usual, it's time for the spoils of war. So let's begin with Russ over here.
This is probably one of my biggest hauls ever.
Can we all say biggest hauls we ever brought from an Expo?
Yeah.
So far, yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I'll start over here, actually. John, I want to thank you because you donated this to me. I'm a big saxophone player, so it was pretty cool.
Oh, you play sax too?
I do. I'll do my little knick-knacky things. Got an aperture science. Little key wrap here. Got a die necklace. Little PS1 memory card. A couple of knick-knack things here too. Majora's Mask. These two were the T-shirts. Again, thank you for the donation, John, for the Final Boss shirts.
No problem.
Too Many Games is the one that I got. This one here, I Am Leaf on the Wind, Watch How I Soar. Those of you who watch Firefly know exactly what I'm talking about. They're going to be geeking out. The Briggs Effect, Benjamin Briggs, all 4 of those are his CDs. He's a fantastic guy, fantastic musician, and does a fantastic job, really, of just putting everything together. So really, if you can find his music, definitely do that. 4 games. 2 that I was looking for were Panzer Dragoon Orta and Dragonheart. I've been looking for this game for actually 15 years, so I was very excited to find that. Bug 2, because my copy broke in half when I was a couple years ago. My big purchase this year was Mystic Knight Ray Earth, and got it for a really good price as well. Yeah. exactly. 2 other quick things. I entered a GoldenEye tournament and managed to win a shirt, which Elliot is currently wearing. And it is not
What a good place for it.
It is not his because I didn't want it. I got 4th, so I got the leftovers of the crowd. And one of the other purchases I'm going to show off.
I personally love this poster, by the way.
I haven't seen this poster yet, actually.
There was
looks
a guy
beautiful.
who made whatever you wanted into a 24 by 36 poster.
Oh,
And as those of you who've been following Johnny for a while know, I'm a huge Knights fan. So
I love it just
check
for the movie.
this.
It's so
If
glorious.
I can actually get it out. Check this baby out.
I really like that poster. It looks
I'm
very
going to get
glorious.
this framed. Going to get it. I'm gonna have it forever. Like I was so super excited. Found this on Google. Did it all. $20. I was absolutely thrilled.
So I wasn't really looking for many games. There's a couple I was looking for, but they had way too overpriced for what I was. It wasn't like I must have.
It was
kind of
more than
situation.
you were gonna sell off for.
Yeah, I wanted the Professor Layton series. The other ones I'd beaten them, but I don't actually own them myself. So they wanted like $40 for the Curious Village, so I didn't pick it up. I went to the final boss. I have the lanyard in the bag, of course. The pins they gave you, which is whatever, and we got a copy of the Angry Video Game Nerd.
For free.
Yeah.
Well, not for free. I had to pay $100 for it.
Right. Yeah.
Actually, the opposite of free.
Yeah. The game that I ended up picking up is actually this one right here. They call it the Anderson Diamond, which is it's basically a puzzle game. Like you can see here. I'm not going to dump it out because I haven't solved it or even tried it yet. I just saw it out there and really enjoy them. So the guy was talking about he's selling the stuff and his information's here on these cards. He has an iPhone, Android, and such app that's available in the App Store. Buy it in a couple days because it's supposed to go down in price because it's priced wrong. I Bioshock Infinite fan, so I picked up a couple of the pins. They're the only ones that sell it there, and they're the only ones that sell them online too. So these guys, they also sold the badges. Same people, Sanchi.com.
Generation 1.
Yeah.
They end up being the most memorable badges, honestly.
You know, yeah. I mean, that's why I picked them up. I mean, I played the X and Y, but that's, yeah. I agree. Some stuff for my niece and my wife.
Yeah, you can't say fiance, but you're actually married to her now.
Yeah. Then there's some art there, not a lot that I really expected to see, but there's one guy, he did some phenomenal work. He ended up doing a drawing for a big Contra painting he did.
Yeah.
Like an original, it was like a couple $100. And really nice, didn't win it, but I appreciated the guy, and he had this crossover, the Catamario as he called it, which
Catamario
is just very clever. And we get that one framed and put it up later on. I have a Batman Superman hat that I wore to the convention, and I got this laser pointer that's not really a laser. It's a
That's cool.
yeah.
I like that.
And because I was wearing the Batman Superman hat, the guy's like, "Oh, that's really cool. Here you go. Have this for free," and just gave this to me. So
like that.
How far does that go?
it's not real bright. It's but I mean, there's a lot of light in the room too, so it'd be a lot better in dark. But they wanted the safety sake. Wait, no laser.
I want to see that now. Turn it off.
Yeah,
Look at that.
that's really cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Somewhere Batman is like, oh, he's got a light.
Oh, awesome. Fuck you, Batman.
Awesome.
Well, we're here now. It's Matt's turn with his
Other-
Spoils of War.
And today, thanks to Elliot, I got back into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Actual card game.
You're welcome.
Look forward to me when I'm running Lightsworn Light Rare Hybrid like everybody else. First up we have here are a bunch of Rare games. Yes, because Rare was ideal for the system itself. So basically I got me Tui, Donkey Kong 64, and Bad Fur Day. Bad Fur Day cost me $80. Ow.
Oh, goodness.
But the rest of them, except for Banjo-Kazooie, I'm going to pay Johnny back for that one. Thank you very much, brother. I love you. I'm going to sound much you well tonight. Anyway, aside from those, we move over here, because after Lords of Shadow, I also got me a severe Castlevania kick. Lament of Innocence is one I have not played, but I'm going to play the hell out of it when I get the shot. I also got me Ratchet Deadlock. That was one of those games that wasn't even on my mind at the time, but I was like, I never played this one. Let me go play it now. And down there we got Castlevania 64. Why not? Because I've heard nothing but bad things about it, but let me see what it is. Big prize is right over here as well. The Nintendo GameCube Wavebird of my own. So now I can give Johnny his paddle back after a glorious year.
It's been 2 years.
2?
Yeah.
No one's keeping
Oh,
track.
shit.
No one's counting.
Anyway, embarrassment aside, we have here the Game of Life because I enjoyed that as a kid and I'm going to enjoy it now. Mega Man Legends 2 for $75.
Matt does in fact enjoy living.
Yeah, well, 75 new or 200 used. What am I going to do? And here's an optional one again I didn't think of. Maverick Hunter X. Something I've been wanting to play for quite a long time.
It's actually quite good. I recommend it to
Awesome.
ladies who's fans of Mega Man X. What, Zeus? Alright, let's go to Elliot next.
Alright, so one of the more noticeable things I have is this big-ass Pikachu plush.
Made you very easy to identify, by the way, in the
He's
convention.
been spooning it the whole weekend.
That guy from the Smash Invitational is going to be having fucking spasms.
I actually got
Jeff
Kingley.
Kingley.
I actually got that for about $25, which isn't bad, really. I have Silent Hill 2 on the PS2, not greatest hits, original Black Label. I also have Sly 2 and Sly 3 just to complete the collection, and we're gonna get to those soon in the future. These PS3 games I have here, I have
soon in the past.
I have Zone of the Enders HD collection, honestly called Metal Gear Rising demo, the Ico and Shadow of the Colossus collection, and Doom 3 BFG edition. And I also got the BioShock limited edition box.
Yeah.
Con-
Premium edition with that.
Yeah, just got the box. He
With
only has
most likely
Bioshock, that's all it is.
with the most likely used DLC voucher codes.
We'll find out soon
We'll
enough.
find out when we get home.
Has some good stuff though.
Yeah.
Here is Mother 3. What it is a fan translation in English put into an actual GBA cartridge.
So now you can all shut the fuck up.
I also got Croc, The Legend of Gabos, one of my favorite childhood games. Thank you, John, for getting me into that game.
No problem.
And wait till we see how much it's aged.
And here I actually got for free. It is Yoshi on the original Game Boy.
You want to give people context on how you got that?
This was at the after party. The DJ battle that was going on. Kevin Vallejo, I think his name was.
Yeah.
He was throwing Yoshi stuff. First was Yoshi's Island, and then a plush, and this. So I jump up to get it, and now it's mine for free because it's awesome.
Yeah, you knocked down 4 people for it, but lawsuits were sent all lawsuits too.
I needed a deck box for a second Yu-Gi-Oh deck, so here's a Nyan Cat box because whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Here was a donation, Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. Because this was one of my favorite games as a child when I got my Game Boy Color. Still have it. For handhelds, I got Zelda A Link Between Worlds for my 3DS. Fuck yes.
Excellent starting point.
And Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 for the Vita.
To justify that purchase.
And a shirt I got is from Silent Hill 3. It is known as Robbie the Rabbit. It's creepy as fuck doll that you would find in the game, but I really like.
He's actually not a bad guy.
I really like this shirt though because I really love Silent Hill, and this is definitely something I really wanted to get.
I actually went a little late this year, but I actually got some really cool stuff here. My big happy purchase was the PC Engine interface. This was basically the CD unit that you can attach the PC Engine and the CD drive to. They didn't have the cover, but I'm still super happy about it. That's my final boss pass. I got a Zelda Minish cap, which I'm pretty excited about. I pay a fortune for them anywhere else. I didn't actually pay a fortune for it here. Metroid 2, because you gotta have every Metroid.
You're still mad that I got the Metroid poster.
Yeah, the Metroid poster came in that Yoshi Game Boy, but we'll get to that later. We'll see if you leave with it. I got Dynasty Warriors 1, which a lot of people are not familiar with.
This
was actually a fighting game. This was not a beat 'em up, and this was a one-on-one fighter. It was a very cool game.
It was?
You called that
Dynasty
Warriors?
Dynasty Warriors. It was very cool. Got Lagoon here for Super Nintendo, because I love Lagoon. These two are albums. This is Kevin Vallejo, which was the guy who did the Yoshi game. And this is Pixelator, which was this guy's very cool. Go back up here. BioShock 2. I never played any of the BioShock games. I do plan on playing them in order, so I won't play this one until I play the first one. And I know everybody's telling me 2 is awful. But I am a completist. I have to play it.
It's not awful.
Zelda Four Swords Adventures for GameCube, which I've never really heard too much about, but I've never heard anything bad. So that's always a plus. Mystic Defender for Genesis. I had it before. I liked it. It was $5. And so that's it's concise. This game called Zombie Dice, which is very cool, very quick game to play. 10-20 minutes. I think it plays 4 or 5 people in total. So that's a cool game to play. You know, it's real quick. It's $13-14. Head on out. I'm trying to get into tabletop gaming, and this one's a very cool one.
Do you want to give people context for this little thing right here?
Okay, this is. People were getting a kick out of this. I made this myself. This is my Infinity Gauntlet Power Glove. I took it to a convention last week. I brought it this week. Everybody gets a kick out of it. So I wanted to show it here. And that's pretty much it.
That's a fucking awesome thing. I love that thing so much.
Yeah, people got a kick out of it, man. People really, really dug it.
You truly have the
looks
power.
really nice.
Truly have the power.
Okay, so we're back here because when I initially did the spoils video back at the hotel, there are a few things I forgot to put inside the display. And I want to make sure I get everything here. And if I'm still forgetting someone, I'm sorry. I really am. But I got so many things to show off for this. It's the biggest, definitely the biggest haul I've had ever in a convention. So let's start with the stuff I personally bought. This right here, I bought. It's a 3X Samus. Like it's set up like a poker card in a sense. You know, I've got a big heart on for Metroid. Speaking of that, the last Metroid is in captivity in my own house. That was the first thing I bought when I was here. And I'm looking for a place to put this now. I just might move the Raichu over there for this baby right here, because that right there I absolutely love. Now, in terms of this Super Smash Brothers T-shirt I got here, this was actually a donation from the SMB fan. That's his tag name anyway. And he made a bunch of these actually for us. What I'm holding right here is the only 3X he made for us, because he greatly underestimated our sizes. He made a bunch of larges and XLs, and that doesn't fit anybody in this household, unfortunately. So, dude, we appreciate the thought. I'm going to give those smaller t-shirts to some kids on the block. I'm pretty sure they'll love them. But I'll keep the 3X for myself, because that can actually fit me. But I appreciate that thought anyway. This right here is a letter I got from a fan. I read it to him in my Bane voice while we're waiting in the after party line. And this came, it's from David Rothenberger. It came with a $20 PSN gift card, which I already spent. Thank you very much, dude. I appreciate that, because it's always a good time on the PlayStation Network store. Now, okay, let's move this shirt. Let's move my Samus Aran shirt. Let's show off some other things here. All right, this right here was the very first thing I got in terms of donations or just from fan, just fan prizes they give away. This was a marker drawing on an open. I love open canvases. I gotta tell you that right now. This was from Austin Anderson. I do appreciate that, dude. A little Samus Aran cannon right there, a little Raichu football right there, and Somecallmejohnny, highlighting three of some. Famous mascots. You have the Sonic Quills for the S, the Pac-Man for the C, and Mario. Mario. I just got that. That was the first thing I got. And dude, thank you very much. Appreciate that. This right here was another thing I got. I think I got this on either Saturday or the Sunday. But yeah, this is another thing. Here we go. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I just wanted to, Johnny and SGB, thank you for being hilarious and awesome in your Let's Plays and reviews. You guys keep it up, and I'll support you along the way. From Anna Doyle, Rainbow Dash the Hedgehog. P.S. Review these. Fighting is Magic, Spyro, Epic Mickey, and God knows what else. I never heard of that last one, but I'll think about it, definitely. Because, speaking of that, well, not speaking of Spyro, I'll get to that later. This was another one that we got. I believe it was that Friday or that Saturday. You can actually find this on DeviantArt too, on the Brain Scratch fans page. The digital version of this. He had it printed out on this lovely board, which will definitely not go bad anytime soon. It doesn't bend easily either. It sounds like a thunderstorm when you do that. But he didn't initially sign his name on it. I was wondering, dude, if you're gonna make any sort of art, whether it's for something you love or something original, sign it. It's really important you sign it. Leave your mark on it. But that's it. He left his name. His name is Jensen. We appreciate it, dude. Okay, now for everything else. Okay, let's start with the personal purchases, because some of these are donations. I went and bought Mario Kart Double Dash, F-Zero GX, Star Fox Adventures, both of the Blinks games, more on that later, Mario Party, and that's it. Everything else is donation, so let's start. Let's start from the very top. Now, I put their names of every single donator on these boxes, the back of them, and I will personally thank each and every single one of you when I do my Donators Marathon. My Donators Marathon. Because I'm definitely going to show my appreciation and thanks via video game reviews, and I'm going to do it that way. So, Mega Man Network Transmission. Mary, two of the X-Men Legends games. I'm so anxious to get to Mary, Kate, and Ashley. Both X-Men Legends games on the GameCube. Mary, Kate, and Ashley, Sweet 16, License to Drive. Marker Text, the DS game. No, I'm kidding. It's Corey in the House. Eternal Sonata. Psychonauts. Bubsy on the Genesis. GoldenEye 007, which was given to me by Russ. Thank you very much, Russ. Inside here, we have SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Nice little Mario cover. I do like that, actually. It's based off his Mario 3 spread, I believe. We got Ty, the Tasmanian Tiger, on the GameCube, and Spyro the Dragon Greatest Hits. I have that already on the PSN, but I do not have a physical copy of that, so I'm appreciative of it anyway. But yeah, those are my spoils. I had an absolute great... What are you pointing at? No. No. More on that later.
Just get to it.
No, I'll get to it later. But, there's without a doubt the biggest haul I've ever pulled from the convention, thanks to you guys as well. And I'm greatly appreciative of that. Can't say that enough. And I'm gonna get my ass to working on new videos after I make this. You guys know that already. You guys are hearing shit you already know. And Too Many Games 2014 was the best time I ever had at a Too Many Games convention, and I'm looking forward to 2015, where I'm bound to see more Back to the Future 2 shipment paraphernalia, if only because it's 2015. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great night, and take care. Whew, and now that we're done recording, we can turn the AC back on.